Hi, chat. Hi, guys. Sorry, I was stalling a little bit. I am a little nervous, so I thought it would be fine. I thought it would be fine because I didn't think 5% was all that much alcohol. I thought it would be fine. Because I know nothing about alcohol. Thank you. It's because it's cold as balls down here. I hate it here. But I thought it would be fine. So, I was like, I'll just drink it in my fucking tumbler here because I have nothing else that won't spill everywhere if I knock it over. And I mentioned it to the friend who gave this to me last night that I was gonna stream. They're like, have you drank that thing yet? I was like, no, I haven't. I'm gonna do it on stream. I figured it wouldn't be too bad then. They told me that it gets them a little buzzed. And they have a high tolerance for alcoholic drinks. So in other words, I'm fucked. Cause I've obviously never watched Greylock, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's really scary, like really scary. So if I'm taking a drink every time I get scared, put two and two together. And the definition of being scared is kind of loose here. Anytime it makes me jump or cover my eyes or otherwise react in a way that seems like I'm scared. If I was a warm head, I didn't have much like coming. Yeah, same. My technically second, but like first one that I actually drank more than a sip of, was a margarita, and I was feeling so hot in the face and like a little bit woozy, and I had a little over half of it. So, like, that's all it took to get me. That's all it took to get me was a little over half of a margarita. And I was already, like, feeling it a little bit. So I am understandably a little bit nervous drinking anything more than that. This is 10 ounces. It's about half the cup, I think. Half of the thing. So it's not like a whole lot. It will definitely last the stream though, hopefully. But it tastes good. I tasted it. It's good. I was worried I wouldn't like it. It tastes kind of like fruit punch. That's what it tastes like fruit punch. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, we're watching Greylock today. Gonna go ahead and close out Spotify here. Okay, so Does anyone have any redeems they want to get? Oh, there's an ad. Sorry, guys! We'll have to wait for the ad. Because I don't have anybody sub to me right now, I'm pretty sure. Take a little drink. It tastes good. It's just. I can taste the alcohol, I'll say that. But it's good. I don't know why the fuck I wore a white shirt. Um, as we know, it has wine in it. I think that they made this one with wine. I know that they don't always make a daiquiri with wine, but this one is. And as we know, wine stains. So I don't know why the fuck I wore white. I'm wearing. It's fine. I don't know why I wore white when I'm basically drinking something that is just wine. Um, I have a blanket here. I also have a blanket over my feet. Like I said, it is cold down here. Yeah, I got the drink. Does anyone want to do any redeems? Anything that makes me get up? Please do it now. Preferably don't make me do jumping jacks, cause I just got settled. I don't wanna. Um, yeah, anything that makes me do anything, like changing my hat or changing the colors. Anyone who wants to do one of those redeems, please do it now, so I don't have to get up. Hello? Oh, you know what? Hold on, wait. Do I have the sound alert? Why didn't it work? Hold on, testing. What the fuck is happening? Okay, hold on. Ah! It's there. It just took a little while. I was playing Minecraft before I started streaming. How dare you? Anyways, damn it, you know what? Yeah, I set the rules. I did set the rules. I didn't say specifically, I don't think that when I got scared because of I like it. I want to clarify. I like it, and I'm making a face because I always make a face when I have anything strawberry flavored. Because strawberry makes me, it's like bitter and sweet, and anything that's like bitter makes me, even if I like it. When I first had strawberries, my mom thought I didn't like them, but it's like, no, I like them. They taste good. I literally cannot control my facial expressions whenever. You got me though, fair and square. But I meant not the sounds. I meant like changing the lights and stuff. I have these on this, but you can change them to whatever the fucking color you want, really. I don't care. I have them on low light because it's easier on me, and I think it looks cozy, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. So if anyone wants to change lights, or make me change my hat, or, um, what the fuck else can you do? Hold on. Pull chat out a little bit so I can actually see. Um, like the texture of bananas. Cannot blueberries. I have like mixed feelings on bananas, and I don't know if I've ever had blueberries actually. But no, I meant like changing the fairy lights, changing my hat, making me go over there to grab my eyeshadow. Please don't make me go over there to grab my eyeshadow. It's all the way over there. I don't wanna. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyways, mainly changing the hat, or I guess I have to fucking get up if I have to change the hat. Anyways, anything like that. Does anyone make me change my hat? Change the lights. Change those lights. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Fuck off Instagram. I have 4 viewers. Holy shit. Hi guys. I feel like I'm being boring. I don't have any music going right now. I'm sorry. We're watching Greylock and taking a drink every time I get scared. And as I realized I did not specify every time I get scared by Greylock, I only said when I get scared in general. So I've already had to take a drink. I have about 10 ounces here. If I run out, then I just run out. I don't have anything else. So I'm gonna have beer, but there's no fucking way I'm gonna drink beer. There's like some drinks stuck here. Trying to get a mod pack to run. Fair enough. I started playing Minecraft on my PlayStation again. I have a world that's like, I want to say I made it in like late 2021, maybe early 2021. Moral Sport is here. Fuck yeah, hi. You're probably gonna see me take off the hat and the blanket later as I get more intoxicated. Because inevitably I'm gonna be drinking quite a lot of it, and I'm probably gonna drink it without even thinking about it. So like I'm just gonna be thirsty, and instead of reaching for the water, I'm just gonna drink this. I have it right in front of me, because literally anywhere else I would probably knock it over. If it's right here, I can like play on my PS3, Microsoft Nostalgic. Fair enough. But yeah, it's an old world. It's one of the only worlds I never turned on cheats. Um, so it's old. So it's like the area that I'm currently in, my old house, is the old chunks still. So there is stuff like underneath those chunks, but diamonds still spawn, like are still like in Y11. Um, are my grandparents seriously home already? Am I gonna have to eat fucking Taco Bell on stream? I want to kill my. Nope, I can't say that. That's gonna be an issue. I hardly have a filter as it is. Talk about eating stream. I don't like to eat on stream outside of like snacks. I'm gonna have to go up and I just got settled. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna reopen Spotify and go collect my food, I suppose. And then we'll have to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. Cause I don't know. Hi. Hold on. Let's turn the fucking music down. Hi guys, I don't have my headphones on, so don't redeem anything, because I'm gonna hear it. We're getting rid of the blanket. Fuck the blanket. It's in the way. I'm moving stuff, because I need space now. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Gotta throw some trash away. I'm sorry, guys. I'm almost back over here. Talk about tired. I took off the hat because I got hot. I think we're gonna leave it off. My hair looks nice today, so I don't feel as insecure. I have 5 viewers. Hi guys, I'm unorganized. I'm a fucking mess. So you cannot have it. Okay, never mind. My hair looks awful. You know what? Let's do this one. I have like 3 of these fucking things, so I might as well make use of them. Dude, don't ask for a drink when you're fucking underage and get me in trouble. Man, this hat looks fucking butt ugly on me. It's not. Wait. Headphones back on. So now I have to get fucking food all situated. Sorry guys, I thought they would take more than... more than fucking 20 minutes or something. Shut the fuck up. Sharing my fucking food with you. This is gonna be the only thing that's gonna keep me from getting drunk, probably. Okay. Are we finally settled? Can I finally start the goddamn thing? Okay. Here we go. Holy shit. Okay. Let me get this first fucking taco open. Put this over here. Shut the fuck up. Soggy as hell. Gotta love it. Okay. We're officially starting. Y'all missed your chance to do redeems. I'm kidding. You can do them at any point during the stream. Yes, I will absolutely get up midstream and change my hat if said thing is redeemed. Okay. Is everybody ready? I haven't tested the audio or anything. I have no idea how well this is gonna sound. This video is only minute 30. So So yeah. God damn it, our sound's not fucking working. I should have specified. I hate you. I don't. You guys are great. It's so delayed and so loud. It keeps startling me. God, I'm gonna have no fucking drink left before I'm done with the first video. Okay, we're starting it. Hopefully the sound is good. You guys are gonna have to let me know. You have to communicate, because I have no idea what it sounds like for you guys. I've had people in the past not communicate when the sound is off until it's been like 30 minutes. Like, hey, by the way, it's been echoing this whole time. It's like, you couldn't have said shit. Why is it loud? I have no fucking clue why it's so loud. Like, I'm gonna be so fucking honest with you. I have no clue. I'm turning down the volume a little bit. Okay, we're watching it. Here we go. No more stalling.
Primary systems online.
Okay.
Meeting sequence complete. Emergency shutdown protocols disengaged. System is offline for time code 0106. Contact technician for assistance. Welcome to Simuldyne USA Enhanced Access Operations. Please enter your clearance credentials. Error. These credentials are not recognized. Clearance credential requirement overridden. Administrator privileges granted. Welcome back, unknown user ID. What would you like to do? Accessing archival storage form, GBS. Data extraction initiated.
Jumped.
Data extraction, 10% complete. Data extraction, 4% complete. Data extraction, 80% complete. Data extraction, complete. All data extracted to error, no.
Okay. So, that was very quick. Had to take like 2-3 drinks there. It was very quiet. It shouldn't be. You couldn't hear it at all. What the fuck? I hate this goddamn computer so much. I mean, I have to have it quieter than me, or else you can't hear me. And my mic volume is as loud as it goes. With all due respect, you might just need to turn up your volume. But I can monitor the sound for this next one. Let's go ahead and restore it. And we'll do it again. We'll just keep fucking playing it over and over again until we get the sound right. There's no subtitles because because I downloaded it from YouTube, so there's no subtitles. Sorry. I would play it through YouTube on its own, but it would be very laggy. I mean, I can try. We can try just going through YouTube. I don't know. I haven't tried it in a long time. There goes the lag. Opera just takes a lot of CPU. So, I mean, I still had to go to the videos to download them. So it's like, it's not like I just didn't give the guy views. It still counted as a view. But yeah, no, I can try that way. Let's go to the fucking playlist. There, could you fucking hear it for a second? How are we doing on lag? So I'm struggling to do fucking anything over here on Streamlabs. For the record, I've specifically cropped this source for this, so I have to add a new source. Just for this. I mean, I just want that to be known. We'll try it though. We'll rewatch the first one, that's fine. Yeah, it's big, because it wasn't fucking meant for this. Yeah, they're fucking weird. Okay, that's about as well cropped as you're gonna get. I'm not putting any more fucking effort into this. Okay, we'll watch it again.
Primary systems online. Meeting sequence complete. Emergency shutdown protocols disengaged. System is offline for time code error 106. Contact technician for assistance. Welcome to Serial USA Enhanced Access
You hear it?
Operations. Please enter your clearance credentials. Error. These credentials are not recognized.
Can you guys hear it?
Clearance credential requirement overridden.
It's incredibly fucking loud.
Privileges granted. Welcome back. Unknown user ID. What would you like to do? Accessing archival storage form, GBS. Data extraction initiated. Data extraction, 10% complete. Data extraction, 4% complete.
Give me that time.
Data extraction, 80% complete. Data extraction complete. All data extracted to error, no.
Okay. That was tape 1. How was the lag? How was the sound? Was it laggy? Could you hear it okay? Hello, Mark. How was the sound? How was the lag? Because on my end, it was lagging. So, how is it for you guys? I don't even know if there is any. Yeah, there's no closed captions anyways. So we're just gonna go back to, yeah. We're just gonna go back to this. Because it's already there. It's already cropped to perfection. Morgan, you have bad internet. You don't get a say in this. I don't mean to be rude, but your internet fucking sucks and always has. You always have lag whenever you watch my streams. no matter what. It is I am sorry to say that it is 100% a you issue and not a me issue when it comes to you. I'm sorry. It's always been the case. No matter where you watch from, you've always had issues. I love you, Morgan. Okay, I love you. But you don't get input here. Okay. The second one is called To the Mountain. Remember, I have to take a drink anytime I get scared. By anything. I would advise, please, don't use a whole bunch of sounds, because I am also trying to, like, consume the media. So while yes, it is funny, haha, when you play a bunch of scary sounds, I do actually want to be able to pay attention to it. I've already had to take, like, 3 drinks. Shut the fuck up. But I do actually want to pay attention to it, so please try not to spam them. I took away the cooldown for the sounds. Please do not make me put it back. I can very easily put it back. Please do not make me. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take that as you guys understand. So we're all good. Um, I forgot to bring water down here. So the only thing I have to drink is this. Anyways, tape 2, To the Mountain. I know nothing about Greylock, by the way. I have somehow managed to entirely fucking avoid it. I don't know how, because everyone's talking about it in this corner of YouTube. But I avoided it. I personally didn't watch Matt Pat watch it because I was going to, and then decided not to. What do you what are you doing your shit at? Greylock? Yeah, it's Greylock. It's not how you fucking spell it, but yes. Yippee! Yes, Greylock. I've heard it's very scary, which was why it seemed appropriate to put alcohol on the line. I only have 10 ounces, that's all I need. I mean, that's all I have. That's all I have. I mean, unless my friend can zoom the fuck down here and get me another one, I don't know. I didn't really consider the fact that I would be I'm not taking big drinks, to be fair. I'm taking sips of it, specifically to make it last longer. Fucking maybe. You might see me drunk. I don't know. My grandparents are home, so if anything, like, if I do get, like, a little too fucking wasted, Shark is here to tell me to end the stream. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and rest. If I get, like, if I start feeling sick or something, then I am gonna just end the stream and go rest. So, I just want to make it clear, I am doing this responsibly, I'm doing this safely. Grandparents know what I'm doing. They know if I come upstairs and don't say anything that I'm probably drunk and I just need to rest for a bit. So, all good. Let's move on to tape 2, or else we're never gonna get through this fucking thing. Here we go, tape 2.
Dear believers, when men pursue evil, it is evil that they will find. Mark my words, there is no good that can come from the pursuit of darkness. Let me read
Like
to you,
Bible preacher.
the words of the late brilliant Charles Spurgeon, who discussed this at length in a sermon all the way back in 1864.
Yes,
He said,
Bible preacher. Okay.
our adversary, the devil, goes about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. We are taught by our Lord Jesus to pray, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. What we are taught to seek or shun in prayer,
Was
we
it?
should equally pursue or avoid in action.
That was just like a street light.
Very rarely, therefore, should we endeavor to avoid temptation, seeking to walk in the path of obedience, so that we may.
I'm really bad at reacting because I don't say anything.
The devil to tempt us.
So he's just talking about the devil or whatever.
In search of the lion.
Is that a ghost orb?
They pay dear.
Oh. Okay. Switching scenes. We've parked. Alright. Got hand cam now. Okay. I have Cheez-Its down here to snack on, but I won't need it, I don't think. Oh, I don't like this. I'm not scared, though. Oh, that's blood, isn't it? Okay. I'm not scared. I am uncomfortable. There's a difference. I won't be able to check chat much because I'm trying to pay attention. What are we zooming in on? I don't like this. What are we zooming in on? What is that? Just a lot of blood. So what brought this person out here is the question. Are they looking for someone or something? Or did they just happen across this? Or there's like a trail of blood, okay. I have no idea what the fuck the voice is saying, by the way. Greylock. I heard Greylock.
When we will come face to face with the devil himself, whether we intended to or not, dear believer. We are drawn to him by our own hearts. And Matthew
Going really
chapter
slowly.
15, verse 19,
Turning on and off the
"For out of
headlights.
heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander." There is a shadow.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Deep within our hearts, within our minds, in a place most people.
Why do we keep flashing brights and turning them off?
Within themselves. The devil is gonna call.
I don't like
those
this.
depths, dear believer.
I don't like
And
this.
though you may tremble before the beast, you should make it easier on yourself and accept what it is that he bestows upon you.
The devil has a plan for you. Okay. I was mostly just a little confused. It did get me a little bit at the end, so I took a drink. But most kind of confused. I didn't really understand. I'm struggling to get the trash in the bag. Hold on. Mostly, I just didn't really understand what was happening. I couldn't understand that voice like at all. I heard Greylock. It said Greylock. But outside of that, I couldn't understand basically any of it. And then like there's religious theming obviously going on here. Um, Clearly there's, demonic imagery. Not really, but clearly that's somewhat related, as with a lot of analog horror, bringing that religious aspect into it, because as humans, religion is a scary thing. It's really easy to scare us with. I'm not qualified to fucking talk about this, but I've heard people talk about it before, that religion can be really scary, and that's why it's often pulled into these like scary stories, because it brings out this innate fear in us. It's the same thing with the uncanny. Why a lot of them play into the uncanny, because it's a primal thing. It's like a fear that pretty much everybody has. Is this uncanny valley. Things that look human but aren't quite. And you know that they aren't quite, and you can't figure out why they aren't. A lot of people think that a lot of animatronics fall into that category, but I really kind of disagree. I think that unless the animatronic is incredibly lifelike, it doesn't really fall into that category, because most of them aren't actually trying to mimic humans. In my opinion, I think most animatronics would not fall under that category. Some absolutely do. I think you could argue that some Disney animatronics could definitely fall under Uncanny Valley. But, like, and I feel like a lot of people also lump mannequins into it, but I also don't think that mannequins really qualify. Well, I mean, they kind of do, but, like, not really. Because the fear of mannequins is, like, a whole other separate fear. It's not. Because I don't fucking like mannequins. Fuck mannequins, but. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a fucking psychologist or anything. This is simply my opinion, but. Yeah, Uncanny Valley is one of those things that just about everybody has a fear of. Or at the very least, it makes them uncomfortable. It freaks me out. I know, I can tell you that. It 100% freaks me out. Always has. Distorted faces has always fucking gotten me. It's one of the reasons why Mandela Catalog got to me so bad. That's its whole thing. Is distorted humans that are not quite human. Creatures that are almost human but look a little bit off. That is like the one thing that really scares me. Like 100% primal fight or flight fear. You may also notice that it's not completely dark down here. I have the overhead lights off, but I have a lamp on over there because I legitimately would not be able to stream if that half of the basement wasn't lit up. Because I'm scared of the dark. You heard that right. 21 years old. And I have a legitimate phobia of the dark. It's called nyctophobia. You have no survival instincts. I get anxiety. I feel nauseous if I'm in the dark. I just can't handle it. I, I just can't. And I'm kind of proud of myself, because last night I had to go out and grab a water bottle from the fridge. And normally I use my flashlight and I check like the living room obsessively because it's really dark over there. And while I'm grabbing I close the blinds in the kitchen so you can't see out into the dark outdoors, and I keep myself turned looking at the living room as I grab the water bottle, and as I go back to my room, I kind of keep my back up against the wall so I can look both ways, because it's also dark down in my grandparents' bedroom. So I keep my back against the wall, and then I sprint into my room. And it's like, it's just, you can't live like that, man. So last night, I forced myself to calmly walk out into the kitchen. I still closed the blinds because baby steps. I forced myself to walk calmly to the kitchen, grab the water bottle, without looking over at the living room, which was really, really hard for me because I obsessively check it. And then I made myself walk calmly back to my room, no running, without looking over my shoulder, having my back fully facing the darkness and my front fully facing the darkness. And then I calmly walked into my room and shut the door at a normal speed. And I'm proud of myself, because holy shit, that was scary. And not to say that it wasn't scared while doing it. My heart was thumping. I was panicking the whole time I was making myself do that. It was hard to make myself not sprint for the bedroom. But it's like, I will. Fuck you! Sorry. Misdirected anger. I seriously should have specified that I would only drink if I got scared by the series. But I simply said that if I got scared while watching it, which could mean anything that scares me, not even just it, I have to take a drink. Oh well, it's my fault. It's the consequences of my actions. I think I'll be fine though, because I'm eating, like, a lot. And I was told that eating is good for when you're drinking. Because I guess it makes it not absorb as fast. And I'm also not drinking very quickly at all. So that also will make it absorb as fast. So I should probably be fine. Anyways, we have stalled long enough. We are opening to tape 3. Orientation protocols. Oh wait, what was that? Okay. You can't really see it. Sorry. I just realized it's like way too zoomed in. Hold on. I have fucked it. But I know how to fix it now. I learned how to crop without opening up the controls. And then we're gonna do shift. Said we're gonna do shift. That's control. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alexander Michael Marsh. Okay. Subject ID AM 091065. I'm gonna write that down. Sorry. Burping. I'm writing that down in my notes app. Okay. Greylock notes. Okay. So we have Alexander Michael Marsh and subject ID AM 091065. Okay. I am gonna be actually attempting to, like, consume the media. This isn't just a drinking game. I mean, it is one, but it's not just that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Pretty standard.
Greetings, and welcome to the Preconditional Protocols and Orientation video system provided by Unit 13. As
Unit
part of the
13.
United States Army and Project Stargate, created in partnership with Semiodyne USA.
Semiodyne. Okay, Semiodyne. USA. So some company. Eat it. My ribs are fucking killing me.
On behalf of all of us here at Unit 13, congratulations on your selection as one of our testing candidates. You likely
Okay.
have a lot of questions, and this video is designed to answer them all. First, let's go over some background information to provide you with the crucial context you'll need for a full understanding of what it is we're doing at Unit 13.
Sounds
We're
good.
sure you've heard plenty of rumors surrounding what it is that we do, but we are willing to bet that most everything you've heard is wrong. Being a highly confidential part of Project Stargate, which you've already been briefed on, Unit 13 studies a revolutionary and promising area of parapsychology, thought forms.
Thought
If you're
forms.
unfamiliar with what thought forms are, that's okay. You're in the majority. So, what are thought forms? Through the ages, occultists and spiritualists, Tibetan monks to theosophists, have exercised the creation of what is sometimes referred to as a tulpa, otherwise known as a thought form. A thought form
Tulpa.
is the manifestation of a person's will, emotion, or other deeply psychological.
I've heard of tulpos before. That's
energized
interesting.
state into a semi-physical form, existing as not only an extension of the person, but as its own independent and sentient entity. Thought forms are also able to be witnessed and experienced by third parties, and are not limited solely to the person who developed them.
Okay.
Thought forms have been formed to serve as familiars, companions, or even friends to those who conjure them. According to key literature, thought forms can be intentionally formed by a single person or multiple people, though they can be unintentionally formed as well. But they are always manifested through the deep will and focus of a person in a considerably heightened state of connectivity with their own consciousness. Traditional thought forms can vary widely in their level of influence in the real world. While they usually take physical formations eventually, their earliest stages are more apparitional in nature, with brief manifestations, though most often remaining as an unseen essence, much like a phantom or a ghost. At this phase, thought forms and ghosts are very similar in a number of ways. Individuals can make contact with them through communication devices, such as a Ouija board or through EVP sessions, while the thought form may respond through moving objects, manipulating electronics, or even speaking words and short phrases. Due to their striking similarities, a current theory established by Unit 13 suggests that what we know as ghosts may not be as common as we once believed. Rather than a deceased person's energy being left behind after death, it's possible, and indeed likely, that these paranormal entities are actually thought forms that are unintentionally created by those individuals that the deceased has left behind, who
Yeah,
spend
maybe.
limited amounts of time in deeply emotional states, where their mental capacity is largely occupied by a powerful focus on the departed individual. In
Yeah,
other
okay, that
words,
actually makes
these
sense.
are the ideal conditions from which thought forms are born. People may very well create their own ghosts and hauntings. However, as more time and energy is invested into the development of the thought form, they begin to harness more influence on their environment, until eventually exhibiting a semi-permanent physical appearance, and,
Okay.
in due course, becoming as tangible as a living creature. This is
Crazy.
where Unit 13's interest comes in. We've sought to answer a very important question. Can thought forms be created in a manner that would benefit American society and help keep American citizens safe? Unfortunately, the practice of intentionally creating a thought form by traditional methods would undoubtedly take years and years of developmental training. So, Project Stargate has enlisted a world
Got a blacked out
authority in
face.
thought forms, a man named Dr. Bernard Hayes, to
Bernard Hayes. Okay. That's another thing we need to put in our notes. Dr. Bernard Hayes. I'm just assuming how it's spelled. I don't know.
oversee a number of the operations related to Unit 13's work. His participation has been invaluable and has brought fruitful results to the project. Due to
Alright.
Unit 13 and Semiodyne USA's combined efforts, bringing together some of the most prestigious minds in the world, specializing in the sciences of the human consciousness, with cutting-edge technology and engineering methods, we've created a groundbreaking, proprietary invention. Introducing the Thought Form Manifester. The Thought Form Manifester is able to create truly independent and self-sustaining thought form entities from the minds of select, willing participants. Being that they come from the deepest recesses of the human mind, thought forms can appear in virtually any configuration. They could look like a person, an object, an animal, or even something as abstract as the physical representation of an emotion. That being said, it's recommended to brace yourself before
That-
touring the thought form chambers, as thought forms can also take on appearances that could be considered disturbing, like a creature one might see in a childhood nightmare. There's no reason to be afraid, however. All thought forms are docile by nature, and while they may look or behave in
I don't believe you.
and though they are capable of making physical contact, they pose no threat to humans.
I don't believe you.
Once your session in the thought form manifester is completed, your thought form will be securely transported directly into a containment chamber. Thought forms are unable to pass through the barrier of and will not be capable of causing you any issues. There
I
are
don't
some
fucking
very
believe
rare
you.
Potential side effects that may result from your
Very
session.
rare. Okay.
These side effects include increased tiredness, loss of balance,
Loss of balance, dizziness.
insomnia, vomiting, episodes of temporary amnesia, and mild.
Is this not just being intoxicated? I don't feel like writing all that down, so I'm going to take a picture of it.
Hallucinations. These side effects, if present, will clear up within 72 hours of your session and are simply signs of your brain recalibrating to the real world.
I don't believe
It is
you.
recommended you refrain from driving or operating heavy machinery for 72 hours after your session, even if you experience no side effects. None of these side effects should cause you any harm or overt stress, and former testing candidates who have experienced these side effects reported that they were very mild and merely a transient inconvenience. With all that out of the way, we are looking forward to your participation with Unit 13, and your time in the thought form manifester has been scheduled. However, there are several required mind exercises as a part of this video system that must be completed prior to your scheduled date in order to prime your consciousness and ensure the highest quality results. Please enter the video cassette labeled TF2, Waking Your Subconscious, now. This is the end of this tape.
Okay, so that was it. Okay. Okay, so here's all the notes I wrote down. So we have Alexander Michael Marsh, who is presumably the person this tape was meant for. Unsure whether it's supposed to be us, aka Alexander, watching the tape, or some other party watching the tape. We don't know. There might be stuff in the descriptions. I'll go check the descriptions probably after we've watched through everything and kind of poke around a little bit. But yeah. So subject ID is AM091065. I wrote that down in case that number shows up anywhere else. I don't know if it's gonna have much significance at the moment. We have Unit 13, which seems to be a unit of the army, that is conducting these experiments. Working with Simudyne, which seems to be, I'm supposing, the company that made the thingy, which I forgot to take a picture of. Presumably the company that made that, that's why they're working together. We have thought forms, also similar to tulpas, which are manifestations of a person's will or emotion. That's what I wrote down. Extension of a person and also their own person. So they have their own sentience as well, but they're also an extension of the person that manifested them. And they're able to be witnessed by other people. I wrote down the name of the doctor, Dr. Bernard Hayes, and I took a picture of the side effects. So that's everything that we know so far. The first two didn't really provide a whole lot of information. It was just seeming like something went down and then rebooted. But what I'm guessing, with the information that we know now, which is not a whole lot, that it's likely that that first tape was Unit 13 and their facility there going down and the thought forums getting out. That's what I'm assuming must have happened. We don't know, obviously. We'll have to watch more tapes to find out. The next one is called Unexpected Visitors. So, Yeah, maybe it is that they got out and now they're trying to track down the people that made them to kill them, possibly even take over them. Maybe we've got like a doppelganger situation. I don't know. We'll see. That one wasn't particularly scary, I don't think. Again, it made me more uncomfortable than scared. Yeah, we're getting through these pretty fast, all things considered. So, yeah, tape 4, Unexpected Visitors. This one is 8 minutes long, so. Okay, there's someone in the house there, and this person appears to be stalking them for some unknown reason. Ooh, I got the chills. I'm glad I have a wall behind me. Okay. Probably walking up to the house, I'm guessing. So our cameraman here seems to be checking out the outside of the house. For what reason, we don't know. Spying on this person. But now the question is, are they really a person? Or is it a thought form? This video is 8 minutes long. So I wonder. Okay. What is that we're shining on? It's a cellar of some sort? Why are we stalking this person? That is my question. You don't think so? Yeah, probably not. Well, I said that there can be anything. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe they're just out to kill the people who made them. Simple. Ads coming? I don't see a countdown. Okay, we've set down the camera. But for why? I don't really know what is going on. Are they climbing inside? What are they doing? Okay, we picked up the camera again. What are we looking at? There's no way motherfucker did not hear that. I'm sorry. That was so loud. Bro has absolutely zero survival instincts if he didn't hear that. I'm sorry, I'm assuming the gender of our mystery person. That sounded sarcastic, but that was sincere. So we are officially in the house for some reason. I don't know why we're stalking this random person. Oh, ad break. Ad break dance. Ad break dance. Taking a drink just 'cause it tastes good. Woo! How much do I actually have in here? It's like half of it. So I can probably afford to take bigger drinks. But it's fine. Also, my quesadilla is cold, so I'm not gonna finish it. But it's fine. You don't got food in me, so. Ad viewers are almost back. Wahoo! Welcome back, ad viewers! I paused it for you, don't worry. We're in this together. Everybody back? Everybody back? I need some confirmation in the chat that people are back, or else I won't start it. You still having ads, guys? Dishwasher morgue. Back? No more ads? Back from ads? Alright. I'm gonna assume that we're back from ads. So we're gonna continue. We're stalking this random fucking person. That was viscerally uncomfortable to listen to. Can you just kill that fucking person and then leave? What the fuck is wrong with you? We're looking at the moon for a long time.
I'd like to thank my producer, my writers, my director, my friends, and you, the ordinary people who made me what I am today.
Max Headroom premieres after moonlighting tomorrow.
They just love me.
Okay, so that was interesting. Because I know, like, Max Headroom was obviously a thing. Already. But the broadcast thing, I don't know if you guys, I mean, you probably do if you're ever on the internet fucking anywhere watching scary shit. You probably know about the Max Headroom incident where somebody hijacked something. I don't remember what it was anymore. Wearing a Max Headroom mask and just like mumbling incoherently and smacking themselves. It was like a big deal because, you know, TV hijacking is like a whole big thing. So I don't know, it's interesting that it's showcased here. And I wonder if that means something. So I'm gonna write it down. Also, the moon is brought up there, the moon landing. Something about the moon landing. Which is really interesting. So I'm gonna say moon, question mark. Moon landing mentioned. Max Headroom. Possible ties to the hijacking. Okay, wrote some notes. We have a emergency broadcast system thing here. So we're gonna go ahead and play and see what this is about.
We interrupt our current program at the request of the Massachusetts State Police.
State Police, alright. We're in Massachusetts.
System. This
Massachusetts.
is not a test. All normal Signal broadcasting has been discontinued during the emergency. This station will broadcast official information, news, and instruction for northern Berkshire County, Massachusetts after
Berkshire County, okay. Berkshire County, Massachusetts. Write down any places or dates that we got here. That's always important. I mean, obviously, probably MatPat has already figured the whole fucking thing out, but I want to at least try.
the following tone.
Lovely.
At 3:34 a.m., Massachusetts State Police confirmed the presence of a potential group of active and unidentified home invaders.
Active but unidentified home invaders. So.
Targeted 49 residences since approximately 11:15 p.m. last night. The attacks appear to be random, spanning across the towns of North Adams, Cheshire, Savoy, and Windsor. Residents are urged to take the following actions immediately. Wake all occupants of your home. Lock all doors and windows. Close all curtains and blinds. Gather in a secure area of your home where multiple exits are available to prevent yourself from being cornered. Additionally, residents are urged to arm themselves with a blunt object or firearm if available and licensed. Only resort to self-protection if a suspect has entered your home, poses an active threat to you or your family, and you are unable to escape safely. If you are currently away from home, we are urging you not to return home at this time. Shelter in place where you are. If you are currently not in a secure area or in a vehicle, immediately head to your closest 7-Mart. Each 7-Mart location is currently being used as a safe area and as police station for your protection. Remain in your secure area until the threat has been resolved. Police are currently unable to determine a physical description of any of the assailants involved in these attacks. It is strongly advised you do not open your home to anyone you do not intimately recognize. Do not attempt to search for or engage with any suspects. The suspects are considered armed and extremely dangerous. Do not leave your secure area unless necessary. This is for your safety. Law enforcement will be armed and patrolling your area. Interfering with this investigation could result in lethal force being inadvertently.
Get someone screaming. More people screaming. Well, that I think requires a bigger drink. That wasn't a jump, that was a recoil. So. Oh my god. Whew. So I'll admit that fucking got me. Hate the faces. Hate the faces. Um, I think I am correct in my theory that it is the thought forms. Um, killing the people that made them. It's interesting that we have a setting now, at least for this tape. That may not be a recurring setting, but we have a place mentioned, Berkshire County, Massachusetts. Several towns were mentioned, but I don't think it's entirely relevant. I think just having the county name is fine. So that's really interesting. So I think I'm correct in my theory that it is the thought forms going to kill their people who made them. But why? I mean, obviously being locked up wouldn't be very pleasant, but I mean, I highly doubt these people fully understood what they were doing. Why not go for the people that locked you up, not the people that made you? They are beings with sentience and thoughts and feelings, so I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm intrigued. we're almost halfway through. After we finish tape 6, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break. And probably grab some water. And because my it's not settling very well in my tummy, I'll tell you that. But I'll be fine. Anyways. The next tape is called Not Here, Not Now, Not Anymore. I'm gonna look that up and see if that is a reference to something. Not here, not now, not anymore. Okay. It appears to just be the title. It's not a reference to anything else. Okay. So I can move on peacefully without worrying about some hidden meaning that I have been unable to discern. Okay. Here we go. Got our notes open. This is tape 5. Like I said, not here, not now, not anymore. Tape 5. Here we go.
Well, hello again, Tiffany.
Oh, hi, Wanda. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Tiffany and Wanda.
No dad this time.
No, unfortunately, he couldn't get off work today, so I'm gonna have to call him on a payphone to let him know all the details as soon as we're done.
He's excited to be a dad, huh?
Oh, yes, he certainly is. We both can't wait to be parents.
Aw, and
That's
you said
so
you've been together
unconvincing.
since high school, right?
Yep,
That is so sweet. And have you decided on a name for your baby boy yet?
yep. We're going with Max.
Ooh, Max.
Max.
Huh? That's a nice, strong name.
That's why my fiance wanted it so bad. He says it'll help make him strong right off the bat.
That's a pretty good way of thinking about it. So let's see how strong little Max is so you can hurry up and make that call.
Yes, please. He's been moving around like crazy the past couple weeks, so I think he's really strong. Strong enough to kick so hard I almost throw up sometimes, too.
Aw, what a wild boy. Activity is good.
Yep.
So
Okay,
this
hopefully this isn't too
so
cold.
this is clearly at a doctor's office. If you kind of listen in the background or like pumping and stuff. So it's clearly at a doctor's office. And I was wondering why she sounded so odd. It didn't really sound like friends talking, but that's probably her doctor. Tiffany is the doctor. Wanda is the, or is it the other way around? I don't know. But yeah, there's a doctor and a patient. Patient is pregnant. Doesn't sound entirely excited to have a baby despite her insistence that she is. And the husband certainly does not seem enthusiastic either. So, I don't know. We'll see. My stream is still going, right? Okay, cool.
No, it's okay.
Must be doing like an ultrasound, I'm guessing. Oh, there's a baby.
There he is. He's
That's a
definitely
baby.
a growing boy, that's for sure. And you're both looking really good.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Let's get some measurements to see exactly how much he's grown.
What was that?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. Maybe something to do with the power.
Oh, okay.
This is a bit strange.
What? What's strange?
Nothing to worry about or anything. Just having some trouble finding the baby all of a sudden.
Maybe the machine messed up?
Possibly. But I can still see everything else. It's just not picking up the baby for some reason.
Has this ever happened before?
Well, sometimes babies can move into certain positions that are hard to see.
But you can't see my baby at all?
I'm looking. Don't worry, he's definitely here.
Oh, this is viscerally uncomfortable. I hate it.
You know what? Why don't we just see if we can borrow another machine, okay? There has to be something wrong with this one. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
No.
This can't be happening. Your baby doesn't know your why? That makes no sense. I know. I know you're getting me.
What happened?
Let me call the ambulance right now.
Can't really read it very well. Okay, what does it say? Tiffany something Tiffany Crisaldi. The elementary school teacher, 29, of something, died unexpectedly Monday morning. I wish I could read it. Maybe it's better quality on. There's only 15 seconds left, so we're just gonna finish out the 15 seconds, and then we're gonna see if we can. That would be awful. Anyways, let's see if we can't. It's gonna be a little fucky, but it's fine. So we are on this one, and it was about. Okay, 720p is the only. See if we can. She had suffered tremendously after the sudden loss of her unborn son, Maxwell Marsh. The guy was named Alexander Michael Marsh. So is that her husband? Yeah, look, Alexander Marsh. So that's her husband. Wait, okay, wait. So it said that they can manifest as anything and anyone, even manifestation of feelings. So what if he was trying to, because he is clearly the patient, what if he was trying to recreate her or the baby? What if he was, I'm guessing more likely her, was trying to reconjure her, and it probably went wrong because he has a lot of bad emotions. What are we thinking? Okay, so Grisaldi had unborn son. Son disappeared. She died. Can't really read the rest of it, but I think I'm right. I think I'm right. I think I am correct. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. How many jumping jacks is it again? I don't really have any fucking room to do them. How many is it again? You know I'm wearing a crop top, right? Like I'm... 10. Okay. I don't really have the room to fucking do them here, but... Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't fucking hit anything whenever I do this. There, you happy? There. Okay, so that's tape 5. Okay, I wrote down my notes. So we are on to tape 6, Sleeping Dogs. Okay. Now I can go back to the media player. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so I misspelled the name, though that's okay. I can just respell it correctly. So yeah, that doctor mentioned before. Here we go.
Humanity has fought tirelessly and passed through a great many trials into 1840.
We have a date here. So this could possibly, I mean, obviously depending on when this was, but this could be a time period that we're set in. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down 1981 as a date. It's good to keep that in mind. I'm gonna write down the whole date of October 4th. And also New York City. Doctor giving speech. It's important to not just write down dates, but to write down what was happening on that date when it was revealed to you, if it is related to something like this, and where it happened if that is also revealed. I'm by no means a theorist, but I do my best.
To achieve one singular goal, a goal that countless men have withered away and dying in pursuit of, leaving their towers of work behind, to be climbed by coming generations. Higher and higher they ascend, so that we will at last reach the one called God. And there, on his apex of infinite knowledge.
So are they doing this program because they want somebody to create God? Perhaps somebody did, and that's why this happened. There's obviously religious theming in this. And I will admit I'm not well versed in religious matters. So, my input in that department will be quite lacking, but I'll do my best with what I do know. Yeah. Anyways, I forgot to tell you guys to get comfy if you can. If you're at home, get some jammies on. I'm wearing pajamas right now. I've got blankets and stuff to warm myself up if it gets cold. Alcohol. For the record, by the way, if we start getting into like the next couple and I don't drink a whole bunch, the next time I do drink, I'm going to start taking bigger gulps of it. I agree. Dinner? Okay. I will not wait for you, so I will try and explain what happens when you get back.
Power, you will approach and look him in the eye as an equal.
Welcome back, user. Frank Porter. Please enter your credentials.
Frank Porter? Is that what they said? Frank Porter. Wrote that down.
Credential requirement bypassed by system administrator. Greetings, unknown user ID. Welcome to Semiodyne USA's virtual message assistant for user. Project director, Frank Porter. Establishing custom telephone message settings. Sender, Paul Morelli, of the Morelli Construction and Mining.
Paul Morelli. Okay, that's another name. Paul Morelli. Frank Porter appears to be a director of the company. We don't know who Paul Morelli is, really. He appeared to be working on a facility for them. Worked on a facility for them.
Company. Dates of receipt ranging from March 24th, 1987
87. Okay, that's another date.
to March 30th.
Okay, so we have a little range of dates here, so we're gonna go ahead and write those down. 3/24, 87, and 3/30, 87. So yeah, it seems like we're in the later 80s now, so that must have been a little while ago.
1987. Beginning playback of your messages. Message 1. March 24th, 11:14 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul Morelli. We ran into somewhat of an issue today. We came across these tunnels inside the mountain, pretty deep in, but well, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but he told me to call if anything strange came up, and I figured this qualifies. People have been here before. Some obviously man-made shit in there, like carvings and stone. This shit looks ancient, like real old. I took a crew in to look through it, but it seems part of the tunnels caved in some time ago. We're gonna just have to bust through it regardless. But I still wanted to make you aware of it. Anyways, I'll keep you in the loop. Thanks.
Message 2. March 25th, 7:38 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul. Just calling to tell you the day might be a bit slower than usual. Unfortunately, a number of the crew are sick as dogs.
Interesting.
Not really sure what kind of stomach bugs going around or what, but we'll do our best to pick up slack.
So they all got sick after busting through that stuff.
Hopefully things will get a little closer to normal, you know. That being said, I don't know how the hell this happened, but the section of the tunnel here caved in is clear. The tunnel's been wired up with a few lights, too. Wanted to see if maybe you sent someone in while we were off shift. My crew said you didn't, but, you know, I didn't see anybody else either, so... But a few of the guys said they'd seen something running around in the woods surrounding the site. I figured it's probably a deer or whatever, but seeing all the ruckus we're making out here, you know? But they all insisted it was something else. Something like a real tall man. Might just be some environmentalist moron trying to cause some shit, but, you know, he ain't done nothing, so I told him to keep focused on the project. For safety's sake, we're going to avoid the tunnel until I hear back from you. All right, bye now.
So the workers got sick after messing with that shit. So clearly it's got some kind of properties here. They all mysteriously fell ill after, well, not all of them, but all of them that are sick got sick because they messed with it. Assuming that's what's happening here. Okay. There's also, you can see down here, there's, a time date error. So I imagine that, whatever that recording is gonna be so fun. So fun.
March 25th.
I'm gonna start taking bigger drinks, by the way.
Hey, Frank, it's Paul again.
Alright.
The guy you sent out to take photos just left, but, well, he seemed totally fine when he got here, but we practically had to carry him back to his car when he was done. I don't know if he caught whatever's going around, but figured you should know. Also, we found some really old shit down there, Frank. Now, I ain't no historian, but we got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever, and I don't know. But I guess there's some old artifacts down there, like weapons, and trinkets, and whatever. I'll have him draft up a report for you and send it your way, because I feel like you'd be interested, and he can explain all this shit better than I could anyways. His name's Arnold Rivers.
Rivers. Another name. Rivers. Part of crew. Part of Paul crew. Former archaeologist. Okay.
About it. Alright, bye.
Message 4. March 26th, 1:03 p.m.
Frank, something ain't right here. Crew's getting worse, more sick. I feel okay so far, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I saw that thing the guys have been talking about last night, stalking around in the tree line. I swear it had a face. Anyways, just call me back as soon as you can, Frank.
Message 5. March 27th, 12:10 p.m.
All our food is rotten, totally spoiled and covered in maggots. It was perfectly fine and stored. There wasn't any problems with the generator.
Even
lost power.
Yeah. It wouldn't have.
Left out in the heat.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done that so quickly.
Please call me back.
Message 6. March 27th, 4:02 p.m.
It's Paul. We saw it again. Something out here with us. It's in the woods. And it's watching us, goddammit.
Is this me or does his...
No animal either. Who are you guys gonna put up those...
Does his picture look like it's frowning more? We'll go back in a minute.
Fancy hunting cameras and see if we can catch anything. Maybe locals fucking with us? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Anyways, I just...
Message 7. Date and time unavailable. Message. Message 8. March 29th, 10:13 p.m.
So it's 2 days later.
Frank, it's Paul. Holy shit, well, a lot of the crew here is sick now, and they're sort of like unresponsive. We try to
okay, bye, Shark.
For them, but they just keep ringing. The phones, they just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Nobody picked up from any number we tried. Nobody picked up. No answer machines either. Made a call to the hospital, and same thing. Just ringing. Just tried 911, still nothing. I figured the phones were fucked up, but the machine actually picked up. I think I caught whatever's going around. My skin, it feels tight. A lot of pressure behind my eyes. My teeth feel like they're humming, vibrating. You know what? This all started when we came across that tunnel. I feel like I need to figure out what's down there.
You fucking leave, bestie.
Whatever's down there could help my crew, but most of all, I feel like something really bad's gonna happen if I don't go down, so I'm going down tonight.
Message 9. March 30th, time unavailable. This is the end of your messages.
So that made me viscerally uncomfortable. I'm gonna check though. I want to see my theory about it. Yeah. Look, he's frowning. Look, he looks fine here. And then here he's frowning a little bit more. See? He's smiling. Then he's frowning. And he's frowning more. He's frowning even more. And then fucking that is awful, by the way. Holy shit. There's a face at the end. I'm just gonna take a guess and say that Paul's and crew are dead. Question mark. Yeah. I'm starting to feel warm. I was gonna go to the bathroom, but I don't really feel like I have to go. So, we're just gonna keep it going. So, next tape is tape 7. Back to normal. So, let's go ahead and watch.
Authorities continue to investigate the recent crime wave that swept across northern Berkshire County, left many of its residents in a state of anxiety and panic. It was 2 weeks ago when the emergency broadcast system was engaged to warn residents to secure their homes due to the activity of a group of individuals who had been targeting and breaking into people's homes. Authorities have since confirmed that the attacks were, in fact, part of an organized criminal effort and have been attributed to a local anti-American militia group operating out of western Massachusetts called... Police have made numerous arrests in connection to militia, and officials continue to release statements to assure the public that they are safe once again.
They're censoring the name.
The past couple weeks, and the investigation's still ongoing. We're getting closer by the day.
Thankfully, due to the continued efforts of law enforcement, life has been able to return back to normal. Back to normal. Back to normal. To normal. To normal. To normal.
Conjoined twins.
Back to normal for residents of Berkshire County.
Oh. Okay. Let's process. It didn't really scare me, it just surprised me a little bit, like... That scared me. I'll take a drink. It's good, I promise. I'm not making a face because I don't like it. It tastes good. I just make that face when I have anything strawberry flavored. I did the same thing when I had the margarita. It's just because it tastes like strawberries, and strawberries make my face all scrunched up like a lemon. Tastes good, though. Okay, let's process. Let's process the information that we've been given here. So obviously it's not back to normal. Whether he knows that it's not is debatable. But considering the liar text, it can be inferred that he might know that it's not, and maybe they're being told to, probably by the government, I'm guessing, to tell people that it's gone back to normal so people stop panicking. The conjoined twins are interesting. It did look kind of AI generated. I hope it wasn't. I really hope it wasn't. It did kind of look AI generated. But hopefully it's not. I doubt it is. I'm extra vigilant these days. But the conjoined twins were interesting. I wonder what that was about. I mean, we know the case of the baby disappearing, and we don't really know what happened to the baby or how it disappeared. Because it wasn't like, how do I say this? Ejected or removed. It just was there and then it wasn't. Which doesn't really happen. So something otherworldly took it. So maybe that's the baby. Mutated. We don't know. It looks interesting. And it obviously calls him a liar. So, immaculate abortion. Sure, we'll call it that. We'll call it immaculate abortion. Instead of immaculate conception, it's immaculate abortion. But yeah. Obviously, it's not back to normal. They, interestingly enough, censored the name of the group that's being blamed for it. So that's interesting. Possibly knows what's going on. I'm adding onto notes for this guy. Possibly knows what's going on. Censored militia group blamed for attacks. Okay. Okay. So that's the information we have now. That face is really creepy, by the way. Like, very well done. Very well done. I'll say that. I'm gonna have fucking nightmares tonight. calls him a liar. It's very interesting that we've got not even like just distorted faces, rotting faces. Like very specifically rotting faces, or faces with some kind of physical damage, not just supernaturally distorted. And I mean, it might be a supernatural thing, why they look like that, but it appears to be that they're rotting, which is really interesting. Why are they depicted as rotting? That's the third time we've seen a face that could be described as a rotting face. Or otherwise damaged. I'd argue that the faces that we saw in one of them, I don't remember which one now, could also be classified as rotting. And this one is. And the miner's face, or whoever he was also, his face was like rotting. So that's an interesting thing that's showed up multiple times. Rotting faces seems to be a recurring theme. So, I'm gonna get off of this. My chest feels a little weird. I do have some water down here. Okay, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. Because I'm not feeling very good. I'll be honest. I'm good though. I'm good. We're gonna get through this. We have 5 more of these videos to go through. Okay. So here's the information that we have so far, the stuff that I've found most pertinent here. Bernard Hayes, Dr. Bernard Hayes, has been mentioned twice now, interestingly enough. The potential side effects are interesting. And may come into play with that group, with that crew. All being symptoms of what could be attributed to being a stomach bug. The moon has been shown and mentioned on a couple of occasions, which was interesting. I find it interesting that Max Headroom was also mentioned, but we don't know if maybe I'm just fixating on that for no reason. We have a setting in Massachusetts that seems to be kind of where everything's taking place right now. Presumably even where Unit 13 is. We don't know. Then there's Tiffany Crisaldi, who had an unborn son, as we talked about. Son disappeared and she died somehow. She said died unexpectedly. I couldn't read any of the rest of the text, really. So maybe it said how she died. If it did, I didn't see it. Her husband, or whoever she's with, is Alexander, the man mentioned at the beginning of that tape. Alexander Michael Marsh. Interestingly enough, they do not share a last name, which is why that's curious to me. We're theorizing he possibly joined the program to recreate her, and it went wrong. We have a date. We have a couple dates. So 1987 seems to be, I don't know if that's when things are currently taking place, but it appears to be a date, a pertinent date. We had Arnold Rivers, who was an archaeologist, but he is presumably dead. So is Paul Morelli, probably dead, based on the look at him, but we don't know. Frank Porter seems to be the director of Semiodyne, seeing as he was able to bypass the authentication. He seems to be in charge of the whole company. Don Wright is the reporter, possibly knows what's going on. We don't know. He might not. They censored the name of the militia that is being blamed for the attacks, and rotting faces seem to be a recurring theme. So, the next tape is Old Odd Ends. This is tape number 8. I feel nauseous. I'm debating if I should drink this whole thing. I'll be honest with you. How much do I have? How much have I drank? Probably got about this much left. I do plan to drink the whole thing. I kind of have to, otherwise it's a waste of a drink. So we're taking bigger drinks. And hopefully we'll just finish it off and I won't have to deal with it anymore. So we got 5 tapes left, so from now on, if I get spooked, I have to take bigger drinks. Not like gulps, but bigger drinks, not sips. So yeah, we have Old Odd Ends. It's tape number 8. Here we go. Okay, we start off exactly where the other one left off, okay? We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Completely tits up, didn't it? I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison.
Okay. We have some, okay, so we have the producers of Dawn Right Tonight. So that appears to be a broadcast hijacking. That appears to be what that is. Seeing as they have the people here. So that could have been a hijacking. Which again is interesting because they brought up Max Headroom, which was a very infamous incident of a broadcast being hijacked. So, I don't think I was wrong to latch on to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to our thing. So we have some names. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of the names that we have here. So we have Alan Rosenbaum, who is an executive of something, presumably a news company. Samantha something, I can't really read it, one of the producers of Dawn Right Tonight, and Liam Hollander, who is also a producer. So we're gonna go ahead and restart. And I'm going to cross out the information of possibly knows what's going on and add underneath it possible broadcast hijacking. So that means that somebody else knows that something is wrong. Or, seeing as they can have physical forms, obviously, perhaps they're technologically advanced enough to hijack it themselves. I would say it's more likely that somebody knows what's going on, but we don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and listen closely. I will be quiet this time.
Well, that broadcast went completely tits up, didn't it? I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison for the past 2 hours. What the fuck happened?
We're looking into it.
So, the CIA is the one who told them to do that, to do the broadcast and lie. So, CIA is involved in a cover-up. When the fuck are they not? No. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Please don't get me.
Sir, but we experienced no issues with the broadcast on our end, so our engineers believe that the signal was hijacked before even reaching the transmitter, but once
Broadcast hijacking. I think I was absolutely correct to hang on to the Max Headroom thing, because it's very weird and specific that they would have brought that up. It's incredibly weird and specific that it was brought up. I think I'm correct. Definite broadcast hijacking. Okay. Sorry.
we started receiving phone calls from viewers, we switched to a backup transmitter.
But by then, the hijacker had already said everything they wanted to say, hadn't they?
Yes, sir.
What a complete fuck up. They made us look like a fucking joke. And during our most popular show. Speaking of which, Don, where the fuck is he? I cannot get hold of him, and he needs to get in here and read a statement to help clean up this fucking mess.
Well, we've been trying to reach him. We've called him multiple times. We've tried his pager. We've asked around to see if anyone's heard from him, but nothing. Right now we've got Gerald standing in for him tonight. Don doesn't show.
You've been to his house?
Well, no. I just thought that maybe he'd be upset if I did that.
Get
in your fucking car and go to his fucking house. I don't care if you kick down his front door and drag him here by his ear. You bring him into the studio. Do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Rosenbaum. Of course, I'll do that right now.
There's some real powerful people depending on us right now. They need us to manage the response to these events, to let the public know what's going on, and the last thing we need is it going wider than it already fucking has. So do what you need to do, or I'm gonna replace you with some producers who actually know how to produce a fucking show!
Sorry, the file you are trying to access has been destroyed and can no longer be executed or retrieved. Please choose another file. Sorry.
Okay, unrelated, but I'm fairly certain that that's the same voice that is used in Superliminal. I think it's fucking hitting me, guys. I think it's getting me a little bit. I'm feeling a little... Starting to feel a little woozy. And like turning feels weird. Okay. We're fine. I can make it. I hope I won't end up too intoxicated by the end of this. Okay.
Warning, anomalous file detected. This file should not exist. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Opening
File. Arnold Rivers personal log.
Final.
My name is Arnold Eugene Rivers. The date is April 8th.
Hold on, wait. No. So he's alive. Or at least he was. Because, presumably, the crew would have died at the end of March. This is in April.
1987.
It's April 8th, 1987. So, Arnold is or was alive after the crew died? Question mark? April 8th, 1987. So it's interesting that he's still alive. Or at least he was for long enough. So let's see.
About 9:15 at night. I was involved in the Morelli construction project at Mount Greylock.
Mount Greylock. Okay, so it's a mountain. Greylock Mountain. Mount Greylock. That's the name of the mountain. Writing that down. Greylock is the name of the mountain where the crew... A real one. Really? Is it real? I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough mountains. I guess I just assumed it was a fake one. So it's interesting. Welcome back. It's hitting me a little bit. I'm starting to feel a little woozy. I also can't stop giggling. Okay. Since Stark is back, we're gonna kind of make a really quick review of the information that we learned since you were gone. I don't remember when he left, so I don't know. So we presumed that Paul and his crew were all dead. But clearly this guy survived. Arnold Rivers, the former archaeologist, survived. At least for long enough to do this message. Greylock is the name of the mountain, as we just found out. There was this reporter named Dawn Wright, who was the victim of a broadcast hijacking, which is interesting because, as I've said before, I latched on to the Max Headroom thing because that was an infamous broadcast hijacking incident. So it's really interesting that they brought it up. So I said that. I'm going to add the information that Dawn appears to be missing because I couldn't get a hold of him. A censored militia group is blamed for the attacks. The names are censored. There's an ad break! Sorry, guys! I'll continue when the ad's over. Sorry. I'm starting to taste more of the alcohol. The wine. I mean, I don't know what fucking wine tastes like, I'll be honest, but I can infer. I can guess. Ad viewers are back. Hi, guys. Okay. As I was saying. So the name of the militia group is censored for whatever reason. I don't know if it was censored in universe or if it's censored just for the sake of censoring information for us. And rotting faces seem to be a recurring theme. The first faces that we saw were rotting or looked dead, corpse-like. And then the worker guy had this rotting face, and in the image where they called him a liar, the reporter a liar, it also showed his face to be slightly rotted, which was interesting. The CIA is involved in the cover-up. It is definitely a broadcast hijacking. So that's all the information that's relevant at the moment. We're going to go ahead and continue, because otherwise we're going to be here for like 3 hours.
Due to my background in anthropology and archaeology, I've worked to excavate a number of different historical sites. Paul Morelli took me on after securing a government contract for the Greylock project. I'm recording this because I believe my life is in danger, and I likely don't have a lot of time left, so I need to leave some kind of record of my findings. On March 24th, our crew came across tunnels in the mountain that held a multitude of ancient markings and artifacts. On March 25th, Paul cleared the interior of the mountain and asked me, accompanied by a small crew, to look through the tunnels and record notes on what I was able to recognize. I was then to report to one of the project directors, named Frank Porter, to offer my perspective on our findings. I kept this to myself at the time, but what we discovered in that mountain was not normal. Not only did I see the impact it was having on the crew, but certain aspects of my findings did not make any sense. Many of the artifacts were pre-colonial. Some were from Native American tribes, but there were other artifacts, some Mesoamerican, and others were shockingly Clovis in nature. Finding Clovis...
Slovis? Looking that up. So it's New Mexico, I guess. But it's like old. It's from anywhere from 12,750 to 13,000 years old. So really old is what they're saying. And that's before present. So that doesn't even include the like the 2,000 years it's been. Or does it? I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't think anymore. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. It's old. It's really fucking old, which is why they're surprised. And also because Massachusetts and New Mexico are nowhere fucking near each other, so it's very strange.
This artifacts here means that people have been coming to Mount Greylock since at least 11,000 BCE. But that's not all, no. There are artifacts I found that could potentially be from even earlier, Paleo-American cultures that we have yet to even begin studying. Then, there were artifacts and writings left by the cultures that were pre-Columbian in nature. Transoceanic contacts prior to Columbus reaching the Americas has always been largely a theory, but the artifacts in this mountain, they prove it. Ancient Chinese, Arabic, Indian, Roman, Spanish, Viking, even ancient Greek and Egyptian are findings that they alone would change world history as we know it today.
Interesting. So, writing that down. Artifacts from a little bit. Not really, but it's getting me a little bit. From very different cultures from all over the world. As far back as ancient Egypt.
I'll admit, the anthropologist in me was thrilled. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured it had to be a hoax, but I'm confident that it's all authentic. But my excitement was soon replaced with a looming fear and anxiety. How could such a place be so important to so many cultures for so long? There must be something immense here. Whatever it was, well, that's why I left the project.
So he left.
The tunnels all connected to a series of chambers deep into the interior of the mountain. That's where a majority of the relics were found. There were old baskets of herbs and spices, pottery, weapons and armor, talismans, other religious items, countless other things. But all of it was there purposely, as offerings.
Offerings. They're as offerings. Interesting. And once again, the moon is being mentioned. Once again, the moon is being mentioned. Which is just so incredibly interesting to me. What does the moon have to do with this? I know that the moon is important in a lot of cultures. Like, it's pretty much every culture has something to do with the moon. Some creation myth, some god, some deity, some entity that's tied to the moon, some event that's tied to the moon. Something. Something is always tied to the moon in every culture, pretty much all of them. It's very interesting that it continues to be brought up in this. This is the third time the moon has been mentioned. It's a primordial thought form? Maybe! Moon mentioned again. Possible primordial thought form. Because it's interesting that thought forms haven't been brought up again. It's interesting that they haven't been brought up by name. Like, it's assumed that this is a top secret thing, but also at the same time it can't be if they're just letting random people in. Well, not random, but, you know, they're selecting people. They have to be selecting them for a reason, so clearly people must know about it to some extent. And people know about tulpas, kind of, but some people do. So it's not exactly like such a concept is not known. So it's interesting. I'm really curious to see where this is going. So the moon has been brought up again. Let's go ahead and watch this. Night hiking, Mount Greylock.
It was billions of years ago, when our planet was still mostly fire and rock, that a Mars-sized planet that had been drifting through our solar system collided directly with the Earth. The impact was so powerful and violent that the rogue planet was blown into countless pieces of debris. This debris collected to form our moon. Many of the pieces of the unknown planet remain inside the Earth to this day.
Got a phone call. Okay.
Adams Police Department, dispatcher Carey speaking.
Where is Adams? Is that a place in Massachusetts? I'm looking it up. It is a town in Berkshire County, Massachusetts. Okay, so we're still in Massachusetts. This is the most I've ever, like, focused on one of these things. Chris is when I'm fucking intoxicated. I'm not really, though. I feel fine now. It's kind of settled. It's just, I feel, like, weird whenever I turn my head. I also see horrifying images when I close my eyes. I'm gonna have nightmares. Shark, you're gonna have to help me. Okay, anyways, continuing on.
Yes, I'm calling to report a break-in at my coworker's house.
Coworker's house?
What is your name, sir?
My name is Liam Hollander.
Okay, Liam.
Liam, okay. So Liam is back. Liam is back and is reporting a break-in at the coworker's house. Is he talking about, what's his face? Talking about Dawn? Perhaps?
You said this was your coworker's house. What is your coworker's address?
It's Parker Hill Road in Adams, number 491.
491 Parker Hill Road. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me, is anybody hurt? Liam, are you still with me?
Yes, sorry.
Is anybody hurt?
Yes.
Then I witnessed many altars.
Interesting. So, okay. Okay, so. Thoughts are happening. So I think there's two possibilities for the sequence of events here. Either that was a pre-recorded broadcast that was then broadcast and then hijacked and edited. And the reason why his face looks like that in the edit with the liar is because they literally took a picture of his face. Because he's already dead. By the time it was hijacked, he was already dead. And his face already looked like that, so it was like his actual dead face, which is why it looked rotting and mangled. Mangled is another good word for it. Mangled is a good word for it. Or it was a sort of prophecy, kind of whatever the hijacker planned to do to him. And it wasn't pre-recorded, and he just dipped the fuck out for some reason right after it broadcast. Because he would have no idea that something was wrong, obviously. Probably went right home. And then got murdered. I'm betting that it's the first one, and that it was pre-recorded, and that was his actual face. It's interesting. I don't know. So, I'm gonna write that down. 2 possible outcomes. Pre-recorded broadcast was already dead. Face was directly taken from his dead body. Or live broadcast, liar picture was foreshadowing his death by said hijacker. Died after returning home. I'm thinking it's probably the first one. Anyways, here.
Constructed out of the mountain stone, along with evidence of mass animal and human sacrifice. And the carvings in the walls of these sacrificial chambers, I couldn't recognize a single familiar symbol.
Interesting.
It made me sick to even look at them. Let me be clear. I am not, nor have I ever been, a religious man. But there's something in that mountain. something people of countless cultures over the history of our planet have been worshipping, but I don't know why. But I could feel it.
Maybe.
Whatever's down there, I could feel it. It was like being trapped in a fever dream. I swear I could hear a voice, and even felt compelled to go further, to speak to whatever's down there. I don't know. I haven't been right since. I keep hearing this droning in my head, ceaseless, all day and night. I can't sleep, just droning, always droning. But that doesn't matter right now. I informed Mr. Porter in my report that the archaeological findings in the mountain are of monumental historical importance, and that there is certainly more to be discovered. And I recommended discontinuing construction there. But it's not as though I have any authority over this project. I fully expected to be ignored. Mr. Porter called me on the evening of March 28th, and we spoke on the phone briefly. It was as I thought. He disregarded my concerns. I informed him that I wasn't going to return to the site. He insisted I did, said I was a valuable asset to the project, even offered me a substantial raise, and wanted me to lead a specifically organized team that would clear the tunnels of artifacts before excavation would continue. I, quote unquote, could be responsible for the biggest historical finding of all time, he said. I refused again. I won't put a price on my sanity or my health, especially after seeing what was happening to the crew.
Now loading. Morale Greylock event, group.
Okay. I think that Porter knew what was happening. Porter knew something. Question mark. I think that Porter, to an extent, knew something that was off with that mountain, that something was there. He's oddly insistent. He clearly believes him, but wants him to take it out of there anyways. I'm like fucking hallucinating, sorry. Expose it, as it were. It seems that's his intention, is to expose it to the world. But why? Why would he want to? Porter is in case you're confused, Porter was the lead of the project and possibly the director of the company. So it's very fascinating to me that he is so insistent on revealing this. Specifically, that's what he wanted him to do, was to remove it and then share it with the world. That's what he wanted him to do, was to share it. He didn't want him to just get rid of it. He clearly understood its importance. But wanted it removed and shared. Porter knew something. We don't know what he knows. But he definitely knows something and knew something. And that's why he was so insistent on this project. Clearly he's looking for something there. He wants them to keep digging. But why? What does he want? What is he looking for? What does he know? Who is he? I mean, he's obvious, like, we think he's the director of the company. It's not really clear who he is, but I figured he is since he bypassed the authentication. It's assumed that he's probably director of this company. Not necessarily the owner, but the director, pretty high up. The company that's working for the army, aka the government. So, clearly, if not him, the government wants it out. Which is very strange, because the government doesn't like to do that. You know, like, that's kind of the whole, antithesis of what the government does. They don't share things, they hide them. Like, you gotta fight tooth and fucking nail to get the government to tell you anything literally ever. So, The fact that it was most likely them pushing him to get this out into the world. But why? Did they know about the effects on the crew? I mean, Porter clearly did, and it's likely that he reported to his bosses and they still wanted to continue. But also, it seems that he didn't know. Because it looked like he was listening to those messages for the first time. Either that or he's going back to them. We can only assume, we don't know, that it seems like maybe he didn't know what was actually happening to them. Or if he did, he didn't care. Because if he knew what it did to these people, to this crew, why would he want them to continue? Why would it be so important? Why would he be so insistent that they release it to the world? That's what I'm curious about. I know I keep saying it, but it's really fascinating that he, and by extension the government, want this to be released to the world, shown to the world. Anyways, we're gonna go back just a little bit.
Quote unquote, could be responsible for the biggest historical finding of all time, he said. I refuse again.
That's what he said.
I won't put a price on my sanity or my health, especially after seeing what was happening to the crew.
Now loading. Morale Greylock event, Group C, Survivor data. Profile for patient B3590.
Okay, so some of them did survive. They didn't all die. It's clear some of them did, but some of them survived. Okay.
Rockford, Thomas. Malformations. Notes. Communicative. Patient prone to spontaneous violent outbursts.
Okay.
Treatment of heavy sedation recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom.
Okay, so some of the crew survived, but not all of them.
Now loading. Profile for patient B9231. Washington, Samuel. Malformations.
Oh.
Notes. Communicative. Patient suffers from constant state of severe paranoia and delusions, resulting in unpredictable violent outbursts. Standard treatment ineffective. High-dose xylazine is recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom. Now loading. Profile for patient B6670. Herrera, Ramon. Malformations. Notes. Uncommunicative. Patient appears to be in catatonic state.
I want to look at
Patient
it.
may sit up very suddenly.
I can't look anywhere, it's just everywhere.
To projectile vomit at any staffing area. Patient's vomit is extremely corrosive and emits nerve gas. All treatments ineffective. Studies must be conducted with full anti-corrosive gear and air purifying respirator equipped on all staff involved. Now loading. Profile for patient.
Interesting.
B8816. Fleming, Charles.
I don't want to see anymore. Please don't show me anymore.
Notes.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Uncommunicative. Warning. Patient will attack on sight. Do not interact. Immunity to pain. Patient exhibits cannibalistic tendencies. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient. B4041. Oakhurst, Scott. Malformations. Notes. Communicative. Communicate with caution. Warning, patient actively pretends to be benevolent and friendly. Strong homicidal and cannibalistic tendencies. Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members on April 6, 87. Patient laughed hysterically during the attack. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia or permanent restraint for further study recommended.
Long,
now
sharp
loading. Profile for patient. B7992. Kowalski.
Interestingly enough, we haven't seen anything from the main guy yet. We don't know if he survived. It's probably assumed that he didn't. What was his name again? It was Paul, right? Yeah, Paul. Paul Morelli.
Malformations.
That's not that bad.
Communicative. Hazardous. Warning, patient possesses inhuman power of suggestion and influence over others. Do not interact. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient. B1584.
Still.
John. Malformations. Notes. Uncommunicative. Hazardous. Patient appears to be deceased. No vital signs. Patient's body not decomposing. Warning, staff have become ill after even brief time spent in patient's room. Illness disregards protective suiting. Immediate quarantine required for all victims. Mortality rate post-exposure currently 92%. Survivors subject to rapid physical and mental malformations. All treatments ineffective. Immediate remote euthanasia recommended.
I consider myself incredibly lucky to not be in that condition right now. Oddly, he quickly accepted my second refusal, wished me luck in my future endeavors, but before I could say anything else, he'd hung up. But it seemed I'd made the right choice. I heard something awful happened up at Mount Greylock, and then
fucking lightly.
There are all of these things that have been happening around the mountain. The home invasions, the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire.
Okay. When the fuck did that happen? Okay. Writing that down. Dead bodies fall. Where? I forgot that it fucks up whenever I do this.
Warning.
Luck in my future endeavors, but before I could say anything else, he'd hung up. But it seemed I'd made the right choice. I heard something awful happened up at Mount Greylock, and then simultaneously, there are all of these things that have been happening around the mountain. The home invasions, the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire, the pregnancy phenomena. So...
The pregnancy phenomena, so I'm guessing that's talking about... Tiffany was her name? Tiffany was the
other
lady.
unexplainable things. They all must be related. And I've been trying to figure out how. I've connected with a local investigator who's been trying to get to the bottom of this. I've shared with him everything I have, though I feel that I've been being watched. I feel a looming threat that I can't really explain. Would the government really send someone to kill me over this?
Probably, it's the government.
I'm paranoid. Like I've lost some of my mind. But I came home from the grocery store the other day, and my front door was unlocked. And I know I had locked it before I left. I scanned my entire house for traces of anything, but found nothing out of the ordinary. I even checked and replaced all of the light bulbs. Oh, God. Saying it out loud like this, it makes me realize how crazy I sound. I've always been a rational man. There's a logical explanation behind everything. Well, I'm glad that I put all of this into a recording. Perhaps that was what I needed to snap me out of this. Honestly, I feel much better just talking about it. This can't be. Oh my God, that's a basement door. No. Camcorder. Oh, where's the damn camcorder? Here it is. Thank God.
They're here. I'm inside my bedroom closet. I'm going to keep the tape recorder running, and I'm hiding in here with my files. If something happens to me, and you find any tapes or files somehow, please bring it to the investigator, Jim
Melgren. Should I be pausing so much, by the way? I feel like I'm pausing a lot.
North Adams. That goes for this video footage as well.
Are we finally gonna see the creature? Or is it better left unseen?
Come on out, it's the police.
Yeah, no drink. I understand. Um, I just need a minute to think about that. How much is left? Not much. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's yeah. It's fascinating is what it is. It can mimic voices almost perfectly, but it appears to be not mimicking them perfectly on purpose. Because it sounded perfectly fine when it said it was the police. I think the way it distorted its voice was on purpose, for psychological distress. I think it can mimic voices perfectly, and it is choosing not to cause psychological distress, like it is playing with the victims. Like it is playing with them. Which is really interesting. And what we saw at the end there, which I didn't really get to catch. So you can't really see it, but this is the same face that we saw on the trail cam. So the same creature, presumably. Perfectly, but seems to choose not to on purpose. And it was eating it. It was eating him. You heard it. It was crunching on him. It was, or crushing him or something. It sounded to me like chomping on him. To me. What do you guys think? That's what it sounded like to me. Like it was eating him. Which is a fucking crazy sentence I've never thought I'd say. That's what it seemed like it was doing to me, personally. That's what the sound was reminding us. You want to hear it again? Okay, yeah, we can hear it again. It's chewing. It's eating him. But it clearly doesn't eat him whole. It doesn't seem to be its MO. It doesn't seem to need food. It's hunting for sport. Because it can. Because I think if it needed it for food, they would eat the whole thing. But it wasn't chewing long enough to have eaten the whole thing. Or would have taken it with it. But we've seen that's not what they do. Yeah, I think it thrives off of fear. And doesn't need to eat. Because it's not real. I mean, it is, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's its own thing. And it has sentience and thoughts and presumably feelings. But it does not seem, it wouldn't need to sleep or eat or rest. It wouldn't get tired. Because it's not human. Not really. Once again, playing back on that uncanny valley. It's not human, not really. It's close, clearly, but not quite. It's trying to mimic one, but it is not quite there. But what's scary is that it can. But everything's normal. But they don't want people to know that. They want people to be scared. Presuming that it was this creature, or one of these creatures, one of these thought forms that hijacked the broadcast, they want people to know that they exist and want them to be scared. That's what they want. Which I think you're right. I think fear and general awareness is their food. That's how they thrive. That's what they feed off of. And they want people to know about it. They were seeing that the government was trying to cover it all up again, and they weren't letting that happen. Which is interesting. Because, like, obviously that causes fear, but wouldn't it cause more raw fear to prey on a victim that doesn't know what's gonna happen? And how do they choose victims? Why is it so random? There doesn't seem to be a pattern quite yet. I mean, obviously it's gone to some people who are, like, involved, but, like, it doesn't seem to be a concrete reason for why, other than they're involved. Because one of them was trying to cover it up, intentionally or unintentionally, and so was killed for that, which seems to go along with their purpose of wanting to be known. But he, like, had the chance, like, he had information about them that would, not about them, but about, presumably, them, or the cultures that worship them. Getting the information out would benefit them, you would think. So why are they targeting this guy, too? That's what it's interesting. And then, obviously, all of the people and those break-ins that were killed, presumably killed, is interesting, because it seems so random. What is their motive? What is, outside of it just being for sport, yes, but why? Because that can't be the only reason. It can't be just because they feel like it. Something must have triggered that want. Something must have planted that thought. So what was the catalyst? What was the trigger? Why those people? Why him? If he was telling people about this, and by extension them, why wouldn't they want that when that seems to be what they want? I don't really understand that part. Does not seem to need food. Hunts for sport. And 8. The same one seen. Okay. It is interesting that it's also choosing to mimic children. Babies was another thing that we saw. Conjoined twins, and malformed baby. And it's mimicking the voice of children. Which could just be for a fear factor, because hearing a voice of kids when you don't fucking have a kid is terrifying. So it could just be because it's scary. But I don't think that's it. Yeah, I don't think that it's just for fun. I don't think that the mimicking of children, specifically, is just for fun. There has to be a reason why it chose a child. I mean, it could be part of it, but I don't, like, why did it choose that as the method, other than it's scary? Because there's a lot of things that are scary, a lot of things that humans are scared of. There's a hell of a lot of things that people are scared of. Children can be one of them, but it's not a universal. I mean, nothing really is. So why children of all the things it could have mimicked? It could have mimicked an animal. That would also freak people out. Most people are scared of wild animals getting into their house. Like a bear. Or some shit. But a child. Specifically a child. And then it pretty quickly gave up on the whole police thing, which was also interesting to me. It very quickly gave up on trying to convince him to come out. It tried once to coax him to come out with trickery, and then just resorted to ripping it open and getting him anyways. It seems almost impatient. It wants its victim, but it's doing it for sport, so why does it want it so bad? I don't know. I feel like weirdly out of breath talking about this. I just feel weird. I don't have a whole lot of drink left, to be honest. Anyways. That was tape 8. We have 4 more left. I'm feeling warm. Possibly. This is one of the longest streams I've done in a while. Morgan is the only one being active in chat. I have no idea where the fuck Shark went. Or Galactic. And so I don't really know who all is watching, I'll be honest. Oh. One moment. I got a text. Let me respond. Horbalin Blue. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna have to unplug them and reset them, but that's okay. It's gonna get dark. Spoopy. Yeah, going on 3 hours. Also, welcome back, Shark. Um, Purple here. Blue here. Oh, big stretch. Thanks for redeeming something. Nobody ever redeems anything anymore. You know, like, literally nobody redeems anything anymore. Makes me sad. But yeah, this is really interesting, honestly. Like, I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited. I like that I'm theorizing. You know? I have 5 viewers. Hell yeah. Hello. Welcome. I'm drinking alcohol. I'm watching something scary. Feeling a little woozy. Okay, next up we have Trojan technology. Interesting. Interesting. Shark, I messaged you, by the way. I don't know if you saw. I sent you a picture that I was gonna send you earlier, and I forgot. So I did it while I was thinking of it. See. Let me get my notes open. So yeah, let's quickly review everything. Since we have 5 viewers here, let's go over everything that we know. Or the things that we think we know, the theories that we have. Let's go over everything. Okay, so the first bit of information that we have here is Alexander Michael Marsh, who we know to be Tiffany Crisaldi's husband, possibly, or fiance. I've been bonked. Fiance, husband with her. They don't share a last name, but that's not entirely uncommon. Not everyone takes their spouse's last name. His wife, whoever. Why am I being bonked? Morgan. Morgan, don't make me take away your bronc privileges. I can do it very easily. No spamming. We talked about this. It's okay. Just don't do it again. I know, bonk, bonk, bonk. It's fun. Anyways, Tiffany had an unborn son. She had baby. She had baby in her belly. Pretty far along, it seemed. It seemed more or less fully formed, just was kind of ready to be popped out. And then something happened. We don't really know what. And suddenly the baby was gone. As Morgan so affectionately put it, immaculate abortion. Yes, immaculate abortion. Which is a very interesting phrase that has come out of this stream. I love that laugh, honestly. It's so funny. Motherfucker disappeared. And then she died shortly after, it seems. I couldn't really tell how. I know, it's really long. I need to shorten it. Somehow. I'll figure it out later. She died somehow. It was kind of unclear how, but she did. And, like I said, her husband, or whoever is it, Alexander, who is part of this program to create thought forms. Why, we don't know. My theory is that he tried to create his wife, but the negative emotions swirling in his head caused it to go horribly wrong. And it's even possible that this creature is the thought form that was meant to be his wife. Maybe. But it also seems kind of ancient, almost. It seems, I don't know. It's interesting. And it's interesting. It's interesting. We don't know. We really don't know. Unit 13 appears to be the unit of the army or government or something that is conducting these thought form experiments. Along with, there's something called Project Stargate, which was mentioned, which is interesting, because I think Stargate is like a fucking movie, isn't it? That I've never seen in its entirety. And there's Semiodyne, which is the company that they're working with. And the director of Semiodyne seems to be Frank Porter, who was in charge of Paul Morelli and his crew working at Mount Greylock. They uncovered some ancient artifacts dating back up to 13,000 years ago, if not more. So it's like very interesting, and they were offering sacrifices, and all of them died or got disfigured horribly. Arnold Rivers was one of these people. He was a former archaeologist and anthropologist, I believe he said, who managed to leave the crew before they all got fucked, but he ended up getting caught by one of these things, which we're assuming is a thought form. He's the one who found all that stuff, so that's interesting. Thought forms are said to be a manifestation of a person's will or emotion. They are an extension of the person who creates them, but they're also their own person with thoughts and feelings and motives and sentience. And they're able to be witnessed by other people. It's not just by the person who created it. Dr. Bernard Hayes has come up a couple of times. The side effects of manifesting the thought forms with this machine that they made are increased tiredness, loss of balance, dizziness, insomnia, vomiting, episodes of temporary amnesia, and mild hallucinations. What if our monster was the fear of the baby? No, wait, hold on. No, wait, hold on, wait. Adding on to this, or kind of taking that idea. It was a baby, a young child, and a woman's voice. A baby, a young child, a very young child, clearly, and a woman. if you listened, it was also a woman's voice. A grown woman. I didn't really pay attention to whether it sounded like her because I wasn't thinking. But that could lend to the theory that this is the thought form that was supposed to be a recreation of the guy's wife, and it went horribly wrong. Because his mixed feelings, the feelings he had around the baby and her dying, all mixed together and created this horrifying creature. I don't know. Anyways. The moon has been mentioned 3 separate times now. Significance is yet to be found, but it's interesting. They also mentioned max headroom, which could be a reference or tied to the infamous max headroom incident where somebody hijacked a broadcast in a max headroom mask doing inappropriate things on the camera, essentially. It was a big deal. So it's really interesting that they brought that up, and then obviously broadcast hijacking happens in the series, so it's like, that's why I think it's related. It takes place generally so far in Berkshire County, Massachusetts. We have some dates. It seems to be taking place in 1987 right now, or at least the things that we're learning about did. Dawn Wright is the reporter for some news place who was telling everyone that everything's fine, and they were blaming the home invasions that were happening on a militia group, anti-American militia group, whose name was censored, which was interesting. And then the broadcast was hijacked and showed a rotting, mangled face with the text of liar next to him, accusing him of lying, which he was. Rotting/mangled faces seem to be a recurring theme, which is interesting. It plays into that theme of Uncanny Valley, which is obviously something that people are quite scared of, because it's scary. Obviously. We have a few other characters. We have one of the executives, which was Alan Rosenbaum. He hasn't really showed back up again. Neither has Samantha, whatever the fuck her last name is. She was a producer for Dawn Wright. And Liam Hollander did show up again. He's the one who called the police about Dawn, who had been missing up until that point, who showed up with a mangled face. The same one shown in the broadcast. So, the CIA is clearly involved here in this cover-up, and whoever hijacked the broadcast clearly doesn't want it to be covered up. We don't know who hijacked it or what hijacked it. Greylock is the name of the mountain where the crew was. It's possible that for the broadcast, either it was pre-recorded and he was already dead by the time it aired, and so it was edited, hijacked, to show his already dead face. And that's why it resembled the face seen once it was reported. Which is what I think happened. But the other possibility could be that it was a live broadcast he leaves, not knowing what happened during it. The face that was shown. Because there's clearly some supernatural element here. It's entirely possible that they could have an image of his face looking like that before it ever did. A sort of foreshadowing or prophecy of sorts. That he was going to end up like that, and then he dies after returning home. We've been on a long discussion about how Porter clearly knew something. Porter was incredibly insistent on Arnold getting these artifacts, this information, out to the world. And by extension, the government definitely wanted this to happen. Morgan suggested the fact that the moon might be a thought form of itself. We don't know. That's an interesting theory, though. Some of the crew survived, but not all of them, and all of them were horribly disfigured. Or they died. And their mental states are fucked. Something that happened at the same time as the Tiffany and Greylock incident. Dead bodies were falling from the sky in Cheshire, which is, assuming, I guess, a place in Berkshire County. There is an investigator named Jim Melgren. It appears, this creature that we've seen twice now appears to be able to mimic human voices perfectly, but I pointed out that it seems to be able to, but is choosing not to on purpose to elicit fear in its victims, which it does not need to kill. It doesn't need to eat them, is what we've decided. It doesn't need food. It's doing it because it wants to, because it's fun. And it has specifically chosen a child's voice and a woman's voice, and obviously the police, to lure out the victims. So it's very interesting. Is it the people that it's already killed? Has it killed a child and a woman and some police, and that's why it's able to mimic it? Or is it able to just do that? But yeah, that's what we know. That's all the information we have. Oh, that was long-winded. Whew. We have 4 more tapes to go. We've been streaming for 3 fucking hours. I'm not gonna end it here. I'm gonna keep going. Got a little bit of drink left, but not much. So yeah. Tape 9 is called Trojan Technology, which is a very interesting name. The concept of hiding in something inconspicuous in order to attack. It's interesting. Which should also tie into the pretending to be a child and a woman and the police. Possibly relating to that. So, let's stop with the talking and watch. Tape 9, Trojan Technology.
GPS Properties, 101, WRAV, FM, radio station. Date of broadcast, December 13th, 1963.
1963. So this was the moon landing? Oh, you gotta go? Okay, bye, Shark. I love you. Mwah, mwah. We love you, Shark. Bye, 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 bye. Message me on Discord. I already messaged you. You didn't say anything, though. Anyways. So it's interesting. 63 was the moon landing, right? Wasn't it? December 13th, 63? Or am I crazy? I'm looking it up. Am I just crazy? When did the moon landing happen? It's 1969. Ignore me, I'm fucking stupid. 63. What was in 63? JFK was dead by then, wasn't he? Yeah, he was already dead by December. Ignore me, I'm kind of stupid. So what happened in December 13th? No, I looked it up and there doesn't seem to be anything significant that in real life happened on that date. So I'm gonna write that down. December 13th, 1963, radio broadcast. Interestingly enough, from the same company that Dawn works for. Interestingly enough.
Segment, announcement of the National Access Initiative. Beginning playback.
In one of his first acts after his historic succession, President Lyndon B. Johnson's administration has announced an
Ads. Ad break. Break. Gotta wait till you guys are back from the bad break. So yeah, I was right. This is after he's dead. So what happened? Was this a real broadcast? I couldn't seem to find anything Googling, like poking around in Google, so I don't know. You guys back yet? Okay, I'm gonna assume that everyone's back from ads. Yeah, I wonder if this is a what am I saying? Hi Morgan, glad you're still here. I wonder if this is a real broadcast.
Coming program that will revolutionize communication and bring critical home electronics into every American household. The National Access Initiative, as it's been named, is a program designed to ensure that all citizens have equal access to vital communication tools and ways to stay informed, fostering connectivity, security, and unity across the nation.
Okay.
Under this groundbreaking initiative, eligible American households will receive packages containing a myriad of electronics so that citizens may stay properly engaged with one another and remain knowledgeable regarding important events. The electronics such as telephones, televisions, and radios. These packages will also include items aimed at keeping families safe, with devices such as smoke alarms, burglar alarms, and even flashlights. These things will empower individuals to not only stay involved in their communities, but to remain prepared for any emergency as well. President Johnson himself was quoted as saying that in this era of progress and innovation, it is crucial for every American to have the tools necessary as they navigate the challenges of modern life. In an era of ever-increasing technological dependence, these electronics packages are being made available to American households through a partnership with world-renowned technology manufacturer Semiodyne USA.
Insinuating that this motherfucker was assassinated because he said no. I'm sorry. Is that... Like, that's 100% what that seemed like, right? Just hold on.
Electronics packages are being made available to
Hold
American
on.
households through a partnership with world-renowned technology manufacturer Semiodyne USA.
Yeah, look, it says, President Kennedy says no to Semiodyne USA. Okay. And then immediately followed by assassin kills Kennedy. Are they... I mean, there has been theories that he was assassinated by the government. That they wanted him dead, obviously. This is a joke. This is not real for legal reasons. I am talking about a theory that is false. Just so we're all clear. Okay. But, you know, some people have said that he was killed by the government. And if the government is the one working with this company, or wants to work with this company, at least once, or working with them now, it would be beneficial for them to get him out of the way. So, it's simply a twist I didn't expect it to take. Not necessarily an unwelcome one, but an interesting one. To say the least. Implied that Kennedy was assassinated because he didn't want to work with the company. Continuing on. Oh, we got a video camera.
The technology giant's expertise in creating cutting-edge, revolutionary technologies over the past decades has made them a household name, and their gracious contribution to this initiative ensures that the devices provided will be of the highest quality.
Spying on us. What else is fucking new? I mean, come on, we all know that they're spying on us. Oh, that's a person. There's a
further
person.
enhancing the experience and benefits for American citizens. When
Sorry,
asked
I'm
for a
being
quote
weird.
during a press conference earlier this week, President of Semiodyne USA.
Okay, so the guy was just the director. This is the president. So, president of Semiodyne USA is Percival. Can't fucking spell. Percival C. Rothwell. Motherfucker sounds like a rich dude.
Percival C. Rothwell had a lot to say.
The National Access Initiative
He's like Uncanny Valley.
in our nation's journey towards progress and inclusivity.
His face looks
It's a
wrong.
reflection of the American government and Semiodyne USA's unwavering commitment to empowering every American citizen, regardless of age, location, or income, with the tools and resources needed to thrive in the electronic age. Of American households still don't have a television in the house. This means they are less informed and are unable to respond to emergencies as quickly or efficiently. A much greater percentage of households have no smoke alarms to alert them in the event of a fire. Perhaps most shocking of all, 29% of Americans don't even have a telephone in their home, meaning they're unable to call for aid or even just contact friends or family members. They are left disconnected.
Person.
For decades, people of all kinds have wondered what it is we're working on at any given time inside Semiodyne. And for decades, we've kept it all quite secretive. But I'll let you in on a little something.
Yeah. Kennedy didn't go for it. But you assured me he was amenable. Or was that just more of your bullshit? No? He's gonna fucking expose our whole plan for the NII program. The meeting couldn't have gone worse. If that fucking Nick thinks he's gonna expose Semiodyne, he's got another thing coming. But we're not the only ones he's pissed off lately.
They're totally implying that this motherfucker was assassinated because he said no! That's fucking insane. That's insane. This is insane. I don't know. I feel like real life assassinations is just something you don't touch. But maybe that's just me. Continuing on.
After rejecting Operation Northwoods, and then that executive order involving the Federal Reserve, there are a lot of snakes in the grass. And it's about time that Kennedy got bit.
At Semiodyne USA, we're building the future. And as the great-great-grandson of our company's founder and its current president, I'll tell you one irrefutable fact, the most important one. All roads lead to connectivity. Without connectivity, we have no future. The more isolated individuals are from one another, the weaker they are, the more easily defeated they are, and the less likely they are to see the value of their own lives.
Hey, hon, have you seen the car keys?
Humanity has stood many times at the precipice of extinction.
So I'm having a thought. A thought has popped into my head. He's making the point multiple times that humans, when isolated, are weak. And what is it that happened to the people on the mountain? They were isolated. They were unable to call for help. Exactly what he was trying to not have happen. It doesn't seem like a coincidence that that's what happened to them. And that's what he's talking about here. Just saying. Also, this lighting looks really cool. I look really cool in it. It's pretty. I might use it more often, honestly. Anyways.
And the only reason we are still here today is because we stood there together. Cineodyne USA is here with you every step of the way.
Okay. The NAI program was a trap. They're watching, they're listening. Fuck LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. Fuck Cineodyne, I won't be your lab rat anymore.
We make a promise to continue to support you into the future as well. Whether it's from a lack of infrastructure or a lack of income, no one should be restricted access to potentially life-saving and life-enhancing technology. And this is only the beginning. We have so much more planned so that Americans can all truly be equal in our society. Security.
How'd that work out for you?
Accessibility. It is our belief that it is these three factors that make America the best country in the world. Mr. Rothwell also stated
So I'm not the only one who saw the. I don't know if I could say it. Right? I'm not the only one who saw that, right? Though. That's what that was, right? And he was like swinging a little bit.
that these monumental benefits won't only be made available to American households, but to police and fire departments, schools, and to small businesses as well. The Johnson administration has stated that while they are going to begin launching this landmark program right away, it will first be made available only in select areas as construction crews from coast to coast prepare to establish important infrastructure that will support the National Access Initiative program.
That's why they were at the mountain! That's what they were doing! They were trying to. It means it took them a really fucking long time to do it. But that's clearly what they were doing. That must be what they were doing. That's why they were so insistent. That's why he was so insistent on it. On getting it out of there so they could continue. I don't think they had any fucking clue. I think they had no idea. They just were greedy and they wanted money and it came back to bite them in the ass. I'm starting to think that they had no idea what they were fucking with, as people in these types of things tend to do. They just did it 'cause they were greedy. That's what I'm thinking now, is that they were doing it because they were greedy. That's what. Did my dog shit upstairs? I swear to God. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking now, is that they didn't actually know anything. My hand is like really itchy. They didn't actually know anything. We're just in here. They didn't actually know anything. They just were being greedy. That's my new theory. Anyways, continuing on. Also, I haven't really been looking at the dates. This is in 1994. Well, go back and look at the other dates. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck that. Fuck that entirely. That's not fear, that's anger. Hi. Katie?
Hello? Hello? Is somebody there?
It's a child. It's a child.
Where are my glasses?
It's getting closer.
Where are you?
I'm over here, Katie.
Oh, there you are. Who are you?
I'm your imaginary friend.
Don't listen to him, girl.
Imaginary friend? But I didn't imagine you.
You must have, because here I am. You probably just don't remember.
Are you from your doctor's office place that I had to go to?
I think you might be right, Katie.
I can't find my glasses, so I can't really see you.
Oh, they're over here.
How'd you get there?
I noticed they were a little dirty, so I wanted to clean them for you.
Really?
Yes, they look all shiny and new now. Here, come.
I know what it is. Hold on. I'll be back. Fucking dog. Oh my goodness. I'm back. It was the dog. He was out of water. And I know that because he was scratching out of the... The thing his water dish is on. Okay. Okay. Don't trust this dude. Feeling pretty good.
Where are they? I still can't really see because my eyes are so bad.
Reach out and I'll put them into your hand. Okay?
Okay.
Just a little bit closer.
This counts, I'll drink in a second.
The Johnson administration went.
I'll drink, hold on. I really didn't think I'd drink this whole thing, but I think I'm about to. Yeah, there's barely anything left in here. Do you think for that, for like pulling my headphones off, I should have to drink the whole rest of it? What do you think? What do you guys think? Should I have to drink the whole rest of it because I took my headphones off my head? I'm waiting on an answer from chat. Can you? I mean, there's not very much left. It's like down right at the bottom. There's barely any. Like even just tilted this much, I can see the bottom. It's not very much at all. What do you think? Should I just finish it off now or wait? I vote for finishing it off now. But it's whatever you guys think. You got it. So sweet. It tastes like strawberry with like sugar on it. It tastes exactly what it is, just not quite as bitter. A little bit. I'm okay. I'm feeling a little woozy, but I'm fine. So they're clearly very intelligent. That's kind of already established, though, that they're super intelligent. Um, you sound drunk. No, I don't. Do I? Do I seriously? No. Please tell me I don't sound drunk. Morgan, do I sound drunk? Do I sound drunk? Please tell me I don't. Please. Shut the fuck up. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm drunk. But I guess I wouldn't know. I've never been drunk before. I've been like a little tiny bit tipsy before. You're intoxicated. Damn it. Obviously my brain is both going a million miles a minute and also not functioning at all. I guess that's what happens when you drink that much. Oh, headache. Ugh. I'm fine. We gotta get through this fucking tape. Anyways, they seem very clearly intelligent. Very intelligent. And also are targeting children, which is kind of like why it's interesting. Like I said, it seems to be random. There doesn't seem to be any kind of consistency to who they attack. I mean, yes, they may attack others for more logical reasons than others. Like attacking like attacking the reporter and attacking the archaeologist guy. Those kind of make sense, but like everyone else just seems kind of random. So it seems like it kind of adds to like the whole they're hunting for sport, but why children? Just because? Who knows? No. For one, no. For two, my microphone can't handle it. It'll cut out. I feel nauseous. I'm fine. Anyways, fuck you. Continuing on. Well, mic amazing, it sounds so good. I'm using a Blue Yeti. And despite my best efforts, it cuts out. I tried, I got it, because I was told you can use it to sing. But no. No, it's not true. You can't. 90 fucking dollars down the drain. Ow. Anyways, before it gets any fucking later.
Went on to say that their current projections for a nationwide release are for some time between mid-1966 and early 1967. Citizens will be mailed informational packets regarding the National Access Initiative, including information on how to apply as the program becomes available in their area.
1987. Huh? We're back in 1987.
Hello, you've reached Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi. We're not able to get to the phone, so
You didn't get
leave
me.
a message after the tone and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
So what's that name at the end?
So please leave a message after the tone. Hello, you've reached Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi.
No. I'm going to avoid words. Fuck. Shut up. I don't have a lisp. I don't. I don't have one. Shut up. Anyways, that's the name of the people. The wife and husband. With the missing baby. With the missing baby. So. Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to go check on those bits of footage to see. 1967, okay. And then 1993 was this one. And we see this. And the fact that he's swaying slightly is indicator to me that he's, you know. You get it. You guys get it. and it felt like there was a spider on my back. Fuck. There is something on my back. There is something on my back. Something's on my back. It was my hair. I'm pretty sure. It was my hair. Anyways, 1994. Very interesting dates. Anyways. Three more. Then we're done. Next one is called Messages from the Dead. Interesting. Been streaming for almost 4 hours. I am slightly intoxicated. Fucking Christ, this video is 20 minutes. Ha! I gotta finish these though, right? I mean, you guys want me to finish them, right? Like, you want me to? I'm assuming you guys want me to. I mean, okay, so this one is 20 minutes. 11 is only like 3 minutes. And 12 is half an hour. So that's like that's a whole another hour. The issue is, shut the fuck up. The issue is, if I stop here, I won't be able to stream this. The fuck? I won't be able to stream this again until the end of the month, like the 29th. Would that be okay with you guys? Like, waiting that long to finish it? Well, everything's already set, planned. I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I've got everything planned. So, yeah. So we'll just save these for the stream that was unplanned. I had a stream I didn't really know what to do do it with. Didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't have a plan. But I do now. So let me add it. Just hold on. So here we go. Edit schedule. Hold on, I gotta edit it. Edit. Finishing Greylock. It's 6 p.m. on the 29th. Be there! Fuck off. Just stray hair. That's what was freaking me out. Come here, you guys. Let me look on you. Look at you. Hi. I got a fucking headache. I'm drunk. A little bit. The fact is apparently very amusing to me. I wish Kai was here to see this. They'd find it very funny. Anyways, you guys kind of know the drill, but I gotta do it anyways. If you like the stream and you haven't already, you could follow, because I'm cool and I stream a lot now. I stream consistently, pretty much. I mean, except for next week, that'll be pretty much no consistency, sorry. Usually though, I'm gonna stream consistently, on Thursday through Saturday, 2 p.m. CST. Today was an exception, because spooky. That's usually the only time I'll make an exception, is if it's something scary. I usually like to do it later in the day. Yeah. You can subscribe if you want. I don't really care. You can use your Prime sub, steal money from Amazon. If you wanna do that. You don't gotta though. Everything I get this month, all the donations and stuff, is going to be donated to the Trevor Project. Only give what you can. Please don't put yourself out just for donating to the Trevor Project. That'd be bad. That didn't help anybody. And then I'll also be donating $20 of my own money, because that's what I can afford to do. My schedule's gonna look different next week because I got a convention coming up. Yeah, got a thing. I might get an autograph from a voice actor. I don't know if any of you guys watched Afmao, but she was in Afmao's My Street series. So that's cool. I get to maybe meet her and also hang out. Schedule is what was the schedule again? Hold on. What was it? It was right. Okay. So, next week is only 2 streams. Wednesday, you get to edit my video with me. One of my Minecraft videos, whichever one I end up recording for. Or both. Maybe. Depends. And then the 20th, we're gonna be... maybe. I don't even know. I may not. It depends on if I have anything to even do. Working on cosplays last minute. Kind of getting into them. Adding any last minute details. Before the convention. If my fursuit head is here by then we're gonna decorate it. That stream may be moved later in the day. It depends on that. If it is coming that day, then I'll just stream whenever it's gets here. If it isn't, then it'll be at 2 p.m. and the normal time. I need to change the time for this one. Then the week after that, we've got React and Decaying Pixels, Backrooms, and The Oldest View. More spooky stuff. No alcoholic beverages that time. I don't have anymore. And then the 28th is going to be reviewing and ranking Target's Pride Collection, which is also going to be whenever I donate the money. So that's your deadline, essentially, is before 2 p.m. CST on the 28th of June. So if you want to do it, gotta do it before then, or else I won't be donating your money, and I'll just keep it. And then it's just barely, it's incoherent. Then after that, we're gonna be finishing Greylock. I have to shit like so bad. I have a Discord server. Join that if you want to be notified when I go live and upload, because yeah, do that. You can also suggest games and reactions. People don't really do that very often, but you can do that if you want. I have TikTok where I post cosplays, videos, and art stuff, art videos. And then the Instagram under the same name as this is for fucking cosplay photos and finished art. YouTube, main YouTube is Tempest Gaming YT. That's where the Minecraft Let's Play is, and then the VODs channel is also linked. And I have Twitter if you want to follow me out there. Don't do that. I'm weird over there. Don't follow me. But yeah, those are socials. You guys get it. I need to shit like really bad, so I'm gonna go. This was fun. This fucking what's my outro again? This is Tempest. Shut the fuck up. This is Tempest signing